I'm 81 years old, and there's a sentence I've been carrying around in my chest for most of my life. I wish I'd expressed my feelings, not in a dramatic way, not in speeches, just at all. I'm telling you this now because there isn't much time left for me, and there's no one I need to impress anymore. Most of the people this would have mattered to are gone. I'm not looking for forgiveness. I'm just trying to say it out loud once before it's too late to say anything at all. Most days now are quiet. Not the peaceful kind people imagine, but the ordinary quiet of rooms that have heard everything they're going to hear. The clock ticks, the kettle clicks off. The house knows my footsteps too well. I sit by the window in the mornings. Same chair, same mug. The sun comes in at a slant, like it's careful not to stay too long. At this age, memory doesn't come in order. It arrives when it wants to. A smell, a sound, a sentence you once swallowed. I think back to when I was younger, and I don't see a foolish person. I see someone trying to be responsible. Someone who's trying not to be a burden. Someone who thought keeping things inside was a kind of strength. In my 20s, I worked hard. That's not a lie, I tell myself. I really did. Long hours, early mornings. I learned to show up on time and keep my mouth shut. Back then, feelings were something you dealt with privately, or not at all. I grew up watching men who didn't talk much. They worked, they provided, they fixed things. They didn't explain themselves. They didn't ask for reassurance. Love was assumed. Gratitude was implied. Pain was ignored unless it stopped you from standing up. So I followed that model. It felt safe, predictable, clean. I met my wife when I was 27. She laughed easily, not loudly, just easily, like laughter was something she trusted. That should have told me something. We talked about books and work and small plans. I didn't tell her how her presence calmed me. I didn't tell her that when she walked into a room, my shoulders dropped without me noticing. I thought those things were obvious. I thought showing up was enough. We married. We built a life that looks solid from the outside. Jobs, a house, children, routine. There were moments when she looked at me like she was waiting for something. I noticed. I just didn't know how to step into it. When she was tired, I told myself she understood. When she was quiet, I assumed it would pass. I didn't say, I'm scared. I didn't say, I need you. I didn't say, I don't always know how to do this, but I'm trying. I said, it'll be fine. I said, we'll figure it out. I said nothing. Life didn't collapse. That's the thing people don't warn you about. It doesn't have to collapse to cost you something. It just thins out, like a fabric worn down by years of washing. I missed small chances. A hand held a second too late. A conversation was postponed because I was tired. A feeling saved for later. Later became a habit. I told myself there would be time. After the promotion. After the kids were older. After things settled. Things never settled. They just changed shape. In my 40s, I was respected at work. People asked my opinion. They trusted my judgment. I mistook that for fulfillment. I mistook usefulness for closeness. At home, we talked about logistics, schedules, bills, repairs. We were polite. We were functional. And we were drifting quietly without argument. I remember one night clearly, she asked me if I was happy. It caught me off guard. Not because I wasn't, but because I had never put the feeling into words. I said, of course. I didn't ask her the same question. That moment still sits with me. Not loudly, just steadily. The damage wasn't dramatic. No shouting, no betrayal, no single event to point to. Just accumulation, days lived beside each other instead of into each other. Then the turning point came, as it usually does. unannounced, unfair, ordinary. She got sick. At first, it was manageable. Appointments, medication, adjustments. I told myself there would be time to talk once things stabilized. I was always good at waiting. But illness doesn't wait. I watched her grow smaller, quieter, tired in a way sleep didn't fix. One afternoon she asked me if I knew how much she loved me. I nodded. I said yes. I didn't say how much I loved her. Not really. Not fully. Not in the way that counted. I thought there would be another chance. I was wrong. When she died, the room didn't feel dramatic. It felt unfinished. After the funeral, people spoke kindly. They told me I was strong. They told me she knew. I nodded. I thanked them. Inside, something settled into place that I haven't been able to move since. Grief wasn't loud for me. It was practical. Paperwork, sorting belongings, learning new routines. The real pain came later. In the spaces where words should have been, I realized how much I had relied on assumption, how often I believed love could be felt without being spoken. There are things you can't fix once someone is gone. You can't clarify. You can't add context. You can't say, this is what I meant all along. Memory becomes the only conversation left, and memory is a poor substitute for honesty. Now, at 81, people don't ask much of me. That's not a complaint. It's just the truth. I see my children. They're kind. They're busy. They call when they can. I don't blame them. I taught them, in my own quiet way, that life is about getting through the day. Sometimes I want to tell them things. How proud I am, how much I notice, how deeply I care. Sometimes the words still stick. Old habits don't loosen easily. Loneliness in old age isn't always about being alone. It's about being unspoken. It's about knowing you lived a whole life and still left sentences unfinished. If you're listening to this and you're younger, I won't tell you what to do. I don't have the right. I'll just tell you what I wish I'd known. That feelings don't weaken a life. They give it weight. That expressing love doesn't drain it. It deepens it. That waiting for the right moment is often just another way of being afraid. You don't need a speech. You don't need perfect words. You just need to let someone know they matter while they're still here to hear it. I used to think being steady was enough. I thought consistency was love. Now I know consistency without tenderness can feel like distance. There's a difference between being present and being open. I was present. I wasn't open. If this meant something to you, sit with it for a moment, not to fix anything, just to notice. I don't have many days left that feel new. Most feel familiar. That's all right. I've made peace with a lot, not everything. When I look back, I don't see a wasted life. I see a quiet one, a careful one. And sometimes I wonder who I might have been if I'd spoken sooner. Not louder, just sooner. That thought stays with me in the evenings when the light fades and the house settles. It doesn't ask for anything. It just sits there,